Okay, one day before the announcement. Alright, do I have... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, my rank's gone up by almost 2,000. Check me out. Alright. We have normal things here. Oh, that's a quest thing. Well, it's not a quest thing. What? Okay, I don't see anything. Hold on, where did that go? Yeah, I don't see anything new. I think I've taken care of everything inside the town. So I will go and turn this thing in.
Go.
And then maybe head out and see what monster extermination bounties and stuff there are. Where is she?
I'll not
Right here.
loiter in a storm.
You.
What of the issue we discussed earlier? Here's the horn. You can tell me the details inside. Come along.
Mission accomplished, then. You'll have your reward. I'll let the merchant know to allow you through as well. I thank you.
Nice. Got courage from that. Okay. And a lot of reeve.
All right.
Oh, courage is a quick leveling up one too. Awesome.
I knew an outsider would be perfect for slipping through the cracks. Clearly, you were the right man for the job. Should keep our supply lines flowing smoothly. Thanks for helping us sort this out. By the way, what do you say to more consistent work from me? I can't imagine an elder could find an honest job in the city otherwise, but I don't much care what tribe you are. I'll always make sure you're paid properly for the work you do. Besides, keeping in contact with me might have its own advantages.
True, that doesn't sound so bad. This seems fishy. Sure, I accept.
All right. I accept.
A wise choice. Fine then. You seem determined enough.
Was
You
that?
heard nothing just now, right?
What was that?
What made that noise?
It was just the wind. Am I clear? I've got some business to attend to. We'll go our separate ways for today. However, I trust you won't be telling anyone what you think you heard.
I will
If you
find that
do
puppy.
Tell anyone. Well, I'm sure you're sharp enough to imagine the consequences.
I will pet the
Then
fluff.
we have a deal.
I can sense a hint of trust beneath all the wariness Brigitta feels towards me.
The trader and iconoclast, Brigitta. Within her dwells the
There it is.
virtue of the merchant. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Well, it's not the gunner.
Interesting. Perhaps he does have hidden depths.
And then the proof of membership means I can buy things in the Igniter's shop. Alright. Well, that is a lot of everything on that archetype, isn't that? Wow. Okay, we can now buy things from Grand Trad's Igniter shop because we have proof of membership.
You'll pick up your next job here. Come back another day.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Alright, we have anything new for people to say? Nope.
Fancy a bit.
I think we bought everything we can from you. Alright. what is next?
It's time.
Yep, the
Say
announcement's
there.
tomorrow.
All right then.
Alright, we got that thing there. Nothing new here. So we can't hang out with people at night. Oh my gosh. We're not doing the mag exchange quite yet. Oh, I do need to go to more. Hold on. Where is he?
Let's go.
See if he has anything to say about the merchant
Now,
archetype.
where was I? Well, well.
Alright.
That's a good kitty.
Pet the kitty. No items from the kitty again.
I've been waiting.
Study archetypes. What is this merchant thing, and who should get it? Okay, armed with cash-fueled almighty skills, it can increase battle rewards to provide out-of-combat support. What? Chance of winning a small sum of money each time an enemy is stunned or defeated in overworld combat. Alchemy sounds fun. Deals weak, almighty damage to one enemy with a high crit rate. Hold on, what is level 2? Increases likelihood of receiving items after battles by 20%. Holy crap, I just found my spirit animal. Okay, increases effects of consumables. Evasion against fire. And steals... Oh, man. Fortune slots. Low hit rate, but all hits deal critical physical almighty damage. Oh, it does take, 500. I want to, I don't know. Actually, you know what? Getting Lucky Find and then just using it on a different class. Lucky Find in Alchemy. And since Alphonse is in the Seeker archetype right now, this might be
I see.
a good idea.
Fascinating. This
Okay.
right here.
The heroic embodiment is that of the prudent arbitrator who bridges the gaps between others, fostering new values and new places of belonging. Yes.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
So be it. Let's see if I have any of the, what are they called? Hero's Essence. O worthy heart who tempers anxiety into strength, if thou art prepared to disavow martial might and support society from within the shadow of coin, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the merchant.
Really?
So this is the power of the merchant's soul, the power to use money to achieve victory and reap the rewards. I'll put it to good use. It's yet another way to fight. Perfect. A number of archetypes you study has grown. I'm very pleased. Research coming along thanks to you. It's not much, but please take this as a token of my thanks. Hero's fruit.
I found new power.
Thank you. We don't want to change because I think I can get it to level 2 right now
What now?
without equipping anything. Holy moly.
Good.
There we
I'm still getting
go. That's what I
stronger.
wanted. Alchemy and Lucky Find. Alphonse, the Seeker, skill inheritance. Five. That's gross. Okay, and then the other one, oh, that's, dang it.
All right.
I do like my items, so we're gonna unlock that, definitely. But the other one is the passive, right? Oh, I need Rake 8. So I'm not gonna need to level this thing up for quite a bit. Nope. Okay, and that's the hero passive. So I may have to think, if I'm in a weak area, I can switch over to this and hopefully cash in a bit. So we'll see. That is a lot of luck. Jeez. Okay. Awesome. So I need to go find this thing. I'm curious about what the other class is for the merchant. What's this? Don't care about the knight. Yeah, might as well. We're here. Alright, blah blah knight. Adept. Sentinel of both steel and magic is the magic knight, and then the elite selfless paragon is the paladin. Alright, it said that another elite form, the knight's shadow, is the dark knight. Ooh, buddy.
Okay.
Okay. What do we have over here? We've unlocked the merchant and... oh, the brawler, that's right. Okay. Heroes who tempered their bodies into unmatched weapons, brawlers. We have the adept disciple of the critical hit, which is the pugilist, and the elite master of the martial art form is the martial artist. Alright. And it doesn't look like there's another one in the book, which is fine. Come here. Okay, the merchant. Times of yore, there lived heroes who eschewed the blade, but won their fortune through masterful negotiation. Here we go. The elite, who seeks to control the world of profits and losses, I dub the tycoon. Okay, cool.
You'll come again.
The tycoon. It's gonna take a while to get that. Okay, you ready to... oh, that's right, we gotta go to... where is it? The, recruitment center. Go see what bounties are out here.
Right.
Accepting a bounty is not a bad idea. Plus, it looks like none of the soldiers from your recruitment interview are here. If anyone gets suspicious, we can fake it by mentioning Hulkenberg. Yes, we can. Hey, what do you got for me? The captain's gone. Grand Cathedral's a mess. My work keeps piling up. What? You're here for the bounties? Oh, sure, have a look. Can accept bounties here. High risk, high reward, and requests are added over time. Okay, it's good you haven't been found out. Maybe you were worrying too much. Calica, that is what we pay you for. Alright, the man-eater, Manjula. Big old lion. He's in the Tradia Desert south of Grand Trad. Okay. 10,000 Reeve. They must really be struggling with it. Alright, yes, this is what I want. Usually hides in its entourage of wild dogs. Take out enough wild dogs and it'll show itself eventually. The military's short-handed, so this one's been difficult to handle. I sure do. You're brave for someone so young. Alright. To go to the desert, go through the large gate south of San Lumeo Street. Also, beasts aren't your only concern out there. You'll run into a swarm of sandworms if you're unlucky, so beware. As for the details, we're too understaffed to give you much, so go ask an informant.
Counting on you.
If you do somehow manage to slay it, bring back the Rampager tail as evidence. Alright.
Let's do it.
It's only rank 2? Only rank 2. I hope it's only rank 2. Okay, each of these bounties are quite formidable. I wouldn't take them on unless you're really sure you're prepared. Okay.
Alright then.
Hold on. Go back. Back. There is... this thing.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of wanted posters. And Catherine is first place. She really is worth her salt. These contracts aren't anything you couldn't handle. It'd just take a while to catch up to Katharina.
Look
Can
at
I
that.
Oh, yeah?
do it? Can't. Okay. Well, that's it here, it looks like. Alright. We have bounty.
All right then.
And I think if they let me out, I'll see what's waiting outside for me. Oh, no, actually first. I forgot. I can go shopping.
I love it.
How fine.
Okay.
Well, I'll not loiter.
See if this dude's surprised that we can shop here or not.
Welcome.
Oh, you. There we are. I've been informed that we will now allow you to purchase our magic igniters. Those were the words of the association's Brigitta herself. Cool. Let's see what you guys have.
You have my thanks.
Those who see duty through to completion should be fairly compensated. The store's wares are yours to peruse from now on. Okay. Do I have anything to sell? I have a ton of stuff to sell. Okay. Anything to appraise first? No. Oh my. So, not a whole lot of great stuff. I'm pretty sure those are the basic... Oh, hold on. Enables the multi-target fire skill. Never mind. I lied. Multi-target is awesome. But I'm still a poor little boy. Can't afford anything. Alright.
I'll not loiter.
Let's see if they let me out at night. And then we'll go take on a bunch of dogs.
Close your eyes.
But come off it.
Please? It's dangerous out there, especially at night. Let's use our brains here and stay inside the walls. Son of a biscuit. But my bounty. Alright, dude. It's all you and me, I guess. Let's hear that fairy tale. Ah, the fairy and the Elda. I'm glad we meet again. I believe we were in the middle of a story. Would you care to hear the next part? Yeah, let's do
My
it.
thanks.
Lovely. Let's head to the tavern. Let's see, I believe we left off with my ancestor being unable to find the mysterious fairy to thank her for saving his life. We've hit a bit of a time skip here, as this next part concerns my grandfather. Bear with me. My grandfather was also a mischievous sort, and one day he too ventured into the Forbidden Cave and became hopelessly lost.
That's awful.
Ah, mischief really does run in the family. So it does. Anyway, lost in the dark, what should my grandfather find? A fairy, of course. She was beautiful, just as the fairy his grandfather had described. He knew right away it was the same fairy. Again? I'm not going to help you this time, said the fairy, rolling her eyes. My grandfather could only blurt out a confused, "What?" It was the first time he'd even been to the cave, after all. Then the fairy said, "Don't blame me if you get eaten by the beast." And that's when my grandfather realized the fairy was mistaking him for his grandfather. The boy you're thinking of is long gone. I'm his grandson, he said. The fairy considered this for a moment and said, "You people die so young." The fairy led my grandfather out of the cave, like she did his grandfather before. The whole time, he kept his grandfather's regrets in mind. So before she could vanish, he turned to her and said, "Thank you for helping my grandfather." If you're wondering if history will repeat, I doubt it. My family had to leave the village when my grandfather grew up. So I'm sure you can appreciate how amusing I found it to find a fairy here in Grand Trad. My family's fate seems tied to the fairies. Well, I'm glad your family got closure with the fairy. And meeting you like this, who knows? Maybe it really is fate. Okay.
All right.
A little more to the imagination.
Well then.
Fun little story.
It would seem that disaster was averted.
It would seem.
Right then. Today's Fortin's big announcement.
Wonder what he's planning. I guess the church has to have some reaction to all that stuff the king said.
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore it. This might be a day that goes down in history.
Ladies and gents, lend me your ears. Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctist Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
So it really is His Majesty.
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust of the people by the day of decision shall be our new king. This is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are, you can take the throne.
Anyone?
Even me?
If, and this is a big if, you are the person that all our people trust most in their hearts.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular enough.
Me? In charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs.
Self-aware,
Right,
that's good.
Let's review what we know, shall we? First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. We've worked out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky. Suppose that way you can see their inspiring faces anytime, anywhere.
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance against all these upper crusters?
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty prepared for. Popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, are protected by royal magic. Assassinations off the table. Magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries. I saw it happen with my own eyes to Count Luis's sorry assailant.
So, literally anyone could be king? Even a pauper? Or a slave? Or a criminal?
But hold on. You mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know all I know. Now go forth, ladies and gents, and spread the word. Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within your grasp. Anyone in the land could be our next king.
All right, we have inspired the masses.
I heard the announcement. The church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden, it would have dashed any hope of reinstating His Highness. A small comfort.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alsace in place? It seems that too was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
I guess I'm not quite popular. Well, Alphonse is not quite popular enough yet to be protected. So, yeah, we'll go with that's not good.
That's not good.
No, 'tis not indeed. This marks Luis as nigh untouchable. I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him.
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse?
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength. We appear to be at an impasse.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there. She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
Well, let's go look for her.
I'll go look for her.
You will? Thank you. When I think of what might happen to her...
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
Let's go search for her. If we head into town, we might find some clues.
Where?
is she?
You're kidding.
Where could Maria have gone? Wait. Oh no. What? Hold on. Please be safe. Tell me what you're thinking, fairy. Oh my goodness. Do we have a quest marker? Kind of. No. No quest marker. If she knows that Grius is dead, then would she be going to the catacombs? Maybe.
I don't care who gets in, so.
I'm pretty sure she's going to be in front of the Grand Cathedral area, though. Is that not this one? Nope. Came out the side road. Hold up. Dookie dooks. Alright, so we have the mausoleum where they should have taken Grius's body, right? Let's go check in front of the stones first.
Well then,
Not here. Dang, I don't remember any of my conversations with her hinting at a place where she might go.
let's not.
Despite the danger, I guess it's still open to people, so people can pay their graveside respects. Not that there's anything we can head back. Son of a gun, so she's not in there. Where did that little girl go? I'm not able to get in there. Oh?
Hello there.
Do you know that little half-blood girl? Can't let a girl like that walk the streets alone. You're just asking for trouble. She went inside. You let her pass. Why? The way her eyes looked, I'd not be the one to stop her now. She's been coming to pray for a while, no matter how many glares she gets. Okay. A while. Does that mean she's been sneaking out?
Huh? Why?
Everyone's worried about you.
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray, and he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral's broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again. Hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
Oh boy. Comforting little kids. That's not your fault.
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It'll work out.
It'll work out somehow. I'm sure of it.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. then maybe things won't always be so sad.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. The prince told me that once.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
Maria, you're safe! Oh, you had me worried sick.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria, yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together. Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
Ooh, late night. What do we have going on here?
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Not awake enough for this. That is like me every day. Okay. Let's think about it together.
Let's think about it together. Keeping me company, are you? You really are a strange one. My kind of strange, if I'm honest. That book, is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Want to read it?
Want to read it? If you don't mind, since we've finally some room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? With a kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now, and this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive. A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse. Sleep should come easier now. I think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Prattling on, sir.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne. Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch or in it to win?
It's like the Final Fantasy IX Monster Hunter
Stroll?
thing.
Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes. I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it would be easy. And the real trick will be finding it. We wouldn't leave it unprotected.
That reminds me. The crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
Do you think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. What are we supposed to do?
We need a plan, and then we can take action. As an Elda, I'm an outcast in this city. I think that gives us an advantage here. We don't really need Luis to come to us, right? I guess unless the thing's on his person. Well, let's enter this tournament thing.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit. But it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
Infiltrating Luis's ranks will be dangerous. If I'm found out, I'll be as good as dead.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
Ooh, fate.
No point fighting my fate.
Your courage is admirable.
Right.
I'm reminded of the words the prince spoke to me in our youth.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
I inherited Grius's journal. Okay. Are we able to read it?
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
It's not really his legacy. But yeah, a bit nervous.
I'll admit I'm nervous, but...
Of course you are. Who'd not be in this situation? I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
I like the sound of that. Your Majesty. That's the plan.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we're unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
Okay. Do I have a deadline for this?
This should be the place, right?
I guess we're doing it now.
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Hey? Pretty young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm asking the questions here.
I'm asking the questions here.
Did I just hear you right, mate?
Don't make him mad. You're gonna make this more difficult.
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
An elder? Now that I think of it, weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What? We got a deserter turning up.
Hulkenberg.
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you.
You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow.
It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Oh boy. Here it comes.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out. But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contracts here.
You not here for this tournament, then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme, a villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
You have any idea who that is? That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be sure of that. Besides,
who are you?
Didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
Stuck-up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Maybe he has a big head? We don't need to win, not from the plan that we made earlier.
Maybe it's because we don't actually have to win.
Sharp as always, Captain. Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight?
Okay. Out of nowhere.
Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barton, a guard captain for Martira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
Nope, we want to help.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all, and thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Martira, the old castle town. Please, make haste.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
Okay. We're getting into some heavy stuff here.
Look at that.
Lots of wanted posters. The only one left is for Heismay's bounty. Okay.
I can't forgive that.
This has come too late. All the eye-catching postings are already gone. Though a bounty need not be a person. If I procure the head of some horrific monster like a human, my family's name will be known to the world in no time. Hold on a moment, please. Isn't besting a monstrosity like that a bit more complicated? Alright, so... accept the bounty here, I guess? What's a whippersnapper like you doing here? Demo Man Goddard, okay. Don't tell me, are you actually thinking of participating in the tournament for the throne? Oh, the audacity of youth. That's rich. Oh, this old guy, not the... gotcha. A mere fledgling with no history or experience to speak of. As king? The idea makes me sick to my stomach. The ideal leader of this country is a dignified man of great age, one with years of experience. And yet, upstart school children like you and Louise dare to. It hardly matters. You won't be able to fight much longer, so struggle as you like. I'd be happy to give the eulogy at your funeral. I suppose he's a candidate too.
Hey!
Would it be alright if we accepted the bounty contract for Heismay? Heismay? You sure you can handle that? You can't be held liable if you get yourself killed out there. Of course we can handle it. You're an odd one, alright. Either that, or you're just green. Head to Martira. You can probably get more information there.
Let's focus.
Hey, no deadline. 4 pips, stars, diamonds. Okay. So despite his bounty, he has evaded capture, and his true identity remains a mystery for 100,000 reeves. My goodness. Okay, we got the contract. Let's head back to the inn for now.
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
They're both talking circles around me. Oh my gosh, this is gonna hit the fan in the most spectacular way, I think.
You don't sound too sure about that.
Oh, no, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
It was not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight.
Okay. I do like where this is going, but man. Should probably stay inside and rest today. That's a lot of people to talk to. Well, that's right, we gotta talk to you about the bounty thing, don't we? Okay, the Lord of Tradia Desert.
Want in on this?
Okay, we've heard of the stretch of desert south of here. lies beyond the large gate. Many travelers and cargo arrive after making their way through the desert. There's no shortage of people who have been attacked while traveling it. They're harassed on the journey by swarms of Valmo and giant monstrous birds. Okay, the worst is the man-eater Manjula. Word is, not only does its breath burn like fire, it also spreads a foul poison. If you fight it, you should be wary of its howl. In addition to being resistant to the heat, fire magic is ineffective against it. Okay, so don't fire... Oh, my sword. Oh no. Conversely, it's quite susceptible to the cold, meaning ice magic is effective against it. Okay, that's all I know, unless you want to end up as another set of bones getting bleached by the desert sun. Blah, 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 receive the paper. Alright.
Alright then.
Man, they really closed everything out, didn't they? Yep, I'm not going anywhere, it looks like.
Don't push yourself too much.
Okay, tomorrow you depart. Maria will assuredly miss you dearly, so please come back and say hello when you can, even if it's only every once in a while.
Now then.
Our preparations seem to be proceeding without issue. Well, apart from one massive, overtuned uncertainty. Never mind. Forgive me my mutterings. Just please do not be surprised, no matter what we're presented with. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be nervous about that or not.
Hey!
I asked Fabian for a map of Martira, and she gave me the one from Grius's personal effects. It covers all the main roads. We may have found one in town, but a military map always has more detail. Fabian continues to be our anchor. To pay her back, let's achieve our goals. Okay. I haven't seen Maria since I came back from the recruitment center. I wonder if something's wrong.
What?
Okay, still can't sneak into Hulkenberg's room. So Maria's not down here. She's not hiding here.
Hello.
You're new. I'm heading to Brylehaven. It's much too boring to just spend my days at the inn. I'm going to see the so-called exhibition for myself. Goodbye, Elda. You'd do well to see the world too someday. Okay? I guess this is it. Good night, cruel world. Rest up.
Good night.